So first of all, my name is Gustavo. I am currently in med school in the university called Integrado. I am in Campo Mourão, Paraná, Brazil. My first job opportunity and experience that I had was 2 years ago in the city that my mom lives, like 500 miles from here, and was in a local journal that communicated to the people there about what was happening in the region, what was the news about that was happening in the big region there. And I was most of the time I was a writer, and sometimes I did some interviews with some businessmen about what was happening in the city, what were the investment and the festivals that were supposed to happen. I worked there was like just 6 months, and then I left because I began to prep to enter med school, and that demanded a lot of time. If you're wondering what is the motive that make me want to come to the program, is because I am very passionate about the American culture and the way of life, the American way of life. And I'm really interested in knowing what it's like living in America. And imagine, so young, being able to live in America for a couple months would be great experience for me and my future. Just for my sake of living there and having some difficulties, some complications in my life, in the living part, like going to the bank alone and having to deal with people and other stuff in another language in another country that I've never been to alone would be very great. I mean, I think I'll grow very much as a person, and that will be great for my future. In like career-wise, my goal is to finish med school, get into the orthopedic field, and build my own practice, like build my own little hospital and work for myself, and help people. And I mean, just being an angel in their lives, being the guy that helped them in tough times and be remembered for that, that would be great. What else? I think the most challenging part of living in the US for like these 3 months there will be being time away from my family and my mom, spending the holidays and spending Christmas away from them would be very complicated, But I mean, it's part of life. You gotta grow, That's the way that life goes. That's it. I think that the company should think about hiring me, is because I'm very motivated, I'm very happy, I like to talk with people, I'm very communicative. My English is a bit rusty because back in the city where I studied, when I was a child, from 8 years old to 15 years old, was school affiliated to Cambridge, and I learned English there. And it's a bit rusty because being like 6 years since I been actively speaking English. So today I don't speak English with anybody, but I think as soon as I get there and start speaking to people every day, and the weeks will pass, and my English I think would be so much better from then, So that is why I'm very communicative, I'm very motivated, I like to do things well, I like to feel like the job is getting well done, So that's it.